Alright guys, welcome back. I'm the CosmicCop. Today we will be going over graphical text in GIMP. So GIMP has this very nice handy dandy text tool built in. So start with a alpha image, which if you don't know how to create an alpha image, go see my last tutorial. And so you're just going to drag it over the image, having the text tool selected of course, and then click inside the box, type your text. It doesn't matter how it comes out. It will start. It will always type it with these defaults: 18, sans, black. But the first thing you'll notice is that it creates its own layer for you. So this is actually over top of the alpha. If I were to go down to this layer and right over it, it wouldn't actually go over it, it would go under it. So this is an entirely new layer, which is really nice. So now if we want to edit the text attributes, we just select this, up the number, let's make it pretty high, let's make it like 150 or so. Make it bold so we can see it. Let's capitalize the letters. Well, what? And then it went to here. Let's go ahead and fix it first. Alright, and then we just this to 150. You can type it too, by the way. You don't have to go through that whole rigmarole. And that's not bolded. Alright, so now we have this, and if you want to, you can fool around with the fonts too, but I'm just going to keep it right here for demonstration purposes. And you have all kinds of other settings you can mess around with here. You have use editor out here, or actually I've never even used that setting. I usually use this or these, color, whatnot. But those are all pretty self-explanatory. Today we are going to be using other tools to modify this text. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our gradients. I'm going to go to my favorite one, which is the golden one. You'll notice this is in the CosmicCop logo on my channel. So if you don't remember how to use gradients from my first tutorial, basically, first thing we need to do is go to the text layer, right click, and alpha to selection. This will select everything that's not alpha on that layer. So now if we use our gradient, it will only apply on the text. So basically gradients, they'll have a mixture of colors, and wherever you drag this from and to, it will spread those colors over that distance. So if I only do that, it will condense all those colors into the middle space right here, and it'll put the outermost colors on the outside. And I think that looks horrible. So, but if we were to do all the way from here to here, it would stretch the colors out from end to end. You can also do it oops, that wasn't what I meant to do at all. You can do it diagonally, horizontal, or vertically, excuse me. And those will come out with all different gradients, so you might want to play around with those a little bit just to get what you want. Here you can make a little bar stretching across your text. But for today's purposes, I'm going to just do a vertical line right here. I think this looks pretty cool. If you're going for the same look I'm going for, you're going to start just basically at the top of the letter and go just below the bottom of the letters. That looks pretty cool. That looks almost exactly like my CosmicCop logo. So now what we need to do is you need to find a suitable texture image from the internet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I prefer some sort of metal with texture, like scratches or even rocks look pretty cool. Marble, granite, those all look pretty cool. So go find a Google image, find some sort of texture, and come back with it on a new layer above all the text. Alright, I'm back with my image. So again, to create a new layer, if you've forgotten, right click in the top layer, new layer, transparency, and Control V to paste your image. So this is a lot bigger than my text. So this texture is going to just look really weird on the text. You can do it this way if you want to, but I'm going to resize mine. Make sure to keep it chained so it stays proportional. And I'm going to make it just... Oops, that's not going to work. I want to make it... My goal is to make it just slightly bigger than the text itself. So there we go. That's about as good as we're going to get it. I'm just going to use the move tool, move it up just a little bit so it's centered, and then we can layer an anchor layer. So now we have, you can see I just renamed it there, very sneaky of me. So anyways, we're still going to be working the text a little bit more, so we're going to want to hide the texture layer here for a minute. So to do that, we select the texture layer and click this little eyeball icon here. Poof, we can't see it anymore. So now we'll go back to the text layer, click that, and now we're going to bump this. Now essentially what this does is it will bring in another layer and merge that texture with this layer. So filters, map, bump map, and then we're going to choose this layer, which it's already gone to by default. And you can mess around with these settings. I like it the way it is. You can see a little preview here. Looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And there we have it. We have merged this rock texture with the text. So we don't need this texture anymore. We can delete it. And there we go. We have that. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and you see this yellow and black line? That is the layer size. That means this text layer is actually smaller than the background image. So I don't like that. This is unnecessary. So I'm going to do layer to image size. And there we go. It's gone. So the next thing we're going to do is we can just spice up this text. We can go filters and I don't know, decor, add bevel, and it brings up another layer, and thickness, and it likes to bring up a whole separate window. I don't like that, so see that, and then you can see I add a little bevel border there, kind of cool. Let's see what else can we do to this. We can we got a coffee stain. Kind of takes forever to generate them. And where do those go? Anyways, yeah, we're not going to worry about that. So the last thing I'm going to do is go light and shadow, drop shadow, and then we're going to I'm going to turn up the blur radius a little bit, tune up the opacity, and click OK. And then we have it. We have a drop shadow behind this text. The last thing I'm going to do here is resize the image. So we're going to use our crop tool over here. And we're going to make a little selection. Going to adjust it. Oops, that's cutting off the shadow. That's something you need to be careful, by the way, when you use drop shadows, is do not cut them off with the image. It just looks awful when you cut a drop shadow off. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. So don't do it. Alright, looks good. So hit enter. And there you have it. We have cropped our image. We have created a very cool piece of text worthy of any logo for any server or YouTube channel, whatever you want. We've created a very cool piece of text. And then you can just file and then export to, and you can save it as a .png file. So thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all next time.